Most people on ODSP are trapped, not because they're lazy, not because they don't want more, but because the system is confusing on purpose. Nobody explains the rules clearly, nobody teaches strategy, and fear keeps people stuck living check to check. But here's the truth: ODSP is a system, and systems can be learned. In this series, I'm breaking down the secrets, the loopholes, and the real world hacks that help you protect your benefits, build income safely, and stop feeling like the system controls your life. This isn't about cheating. This is about understanding the rules better than the rules understand you. If you're on ODSP or care about someone who is, this might be the most important information you hear all year. Call to action, like /subscribe/bell. If you want real talk, real strategy, and no sugarcoating, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next video. This channel is about turning survival into stability, and stability into power. Let's get into it. 1. Understanding the real income rules, not the rumors. One of the biggest ODSP secrets is that most people misunderstand how earnings actually affect their check. Fear keeps people stuck. The rumor is, if I work, I lose everything. The reality is more nuanced. ODSP allows you to earn income, but the structure matters. There's an earnings exemption, a portion you keep without full clawback. After that threshold, deductions apply gradually, not instantly. This means strategic part-time work can increase your total monthly income instead of replacing ODSP. The hack is learning how to plan income instead of reacting to it. Small, predictable earnings are safer than random spikes. Consistency is rewarded more than hustle chaos. Another overlooked point: reporting clarity protects you. Clean documentation avoids panic audits and stress. Many overpayments come from misunderstanding timelines, not fraud. Think of ODSP like a system with rules you can study. Once you understand the math, fear disappears and strategy appears. Knowledge isn't just power here, it's financial stability. 2. The reporting system hack: timing is everything. ODSP isn't just about how much you earn, it's about when and how you report it. Timing errors cause more problems than income itself. A key insider strategy is predictable reporting. Submitting income consistently, on time, and in the same format builds trust with your caseworker. You want to look organized, not chaotic. Bureaucracy favors clean paperwork. The hack: treat reporting like a business system. Use a monthly routine. Keep digital copies. Track earnings before ODSP asks. When your numbers match their system, friction disappears. Late or inconsistent reporting triggers flags. Flags trigger reviews. Reviews trigger stress. Most of this is avoidable through boring discipline. Another secret: communication tone matters. Caseworkers respond better to calm, structured messages than emotional bursts. Be professional. You're managing a file, not fighting a battle. The goal isn't to beat ODSP, it's to become fluent in its language. Once you speak system fluently, it becomes predictable instead of scary. 3. Emergency benefits. Nobody talks about ODSP. Quietly includes supports many recipients never use simply because they don't know they exist. These emergency or discretionary benefits can prevent financial collapse. Examples include help for urgent medical needs, assistive devices, housing crises, and special dietary requirements. Many assume these programs are impossible to access, but often the barrier is lack of documentation, not eligibility. The hack is preparation. Keep medical records organized. Get written support from doctors. Systems respond to paperwork, not verbal urgency. Another overlooked tool is community partnerships. ODSP often coordinates with local charities, housing agencies, and crisis support programs. Your caseworker isn't just gatekeeping money, they're a connector to networks. Most people only interact with ODSP reactively when something goes wrong. Power comes from proactive awareness. Learn what exists before you need it. You don't win by suffering quietly. You win by knowing the full toolkit available and using it strategically. 5. Building income without losing stability. The smartest ODSP recipients don't chase fast money. They build controlled, sustainable income streams. The hack is layering income slowly. Think part-time work, freelance, or small online projects. The goal isn't replacing ODSP instantly. It's increasing total monthly safety. Volatile income spikes can trigger stress and recalculations. Predictable income builds confidence. Slow growth beats risky leaps. Another insider move: separate identity from income. ODSP is a support system, not a life sentence. You can experiment financially while keeping a safety net. This mindset shift changes everything. Instead of asking, "Will I lose ODSP?" you ask, "How do I use ODSP as a platform?" Stability first, growth second, panic nowhere. That's how you play the long game. 5. Building income without losing stability. The smartest ODSP recipients don't chase fast money, they build controlled, sustainable income streams. The hack is layering income slowly. Think part-time work, freelance, or small online projects. The goal isn't replacing ODSP instantly, it's increasing total monthly safety. Volatile income spikes can trigger stress and recalculations. Predictable income builds confidence. Slow growth beats risky leaps. Another insider move, separate identity from income. ODSP is a support system, not a life sentence. You can experiment financially while keeping a safety net. This mindset shift changes everything. Instead of asking, will I lose ODSP, you ask, how do I use ODSP as a platform? Stability first, growth second, panic nowhere. That's how you play the long game. 6. Caseworker relationships, the hidden advantage. Your caseworker is not your enemy. They are your interface with the system. How you manage that relationship affects outcomes. The hack is professionalism, clear communication, respectful tone, organized documents. You want to be known as someone easy to work with. Caseworkers handle massive caseloads. When your file is clean and predictable, you reduce friction. Reduced friction leads to smoother approvals. Another secret? Ask questions early. Many people wait until crisis hits. Proactive communication signals responsibility, not weakness. You're not trying to charm anyone. You're managing a working relationship. Think of it like customer service. Clarity wins. People who treat ODSP like a battlefield burn energy. People who treat it like a system to navigate preserve energy. Energy is currency. 7. The housing strategy. Most people miss housing as the biggest pressure point for ODSP recipients. The system alone rarely covers modern rent. The hack is combining supports creatively. This includes subsidized housing lists, rent banks, shared living, and local assistance programs. Many communities have hidden resources not advertised loudly. Another overlooked strategy is geographic flexibility. Smaller towns sometimes offer lower housing costs and better access to support programs. The secret isn't comfort, it's sustainability. A stable housing setup reduces mental load, which improves every other area of life. People underestimate how much financial success depends on lowering fixed expenses. Survival becomes possible when rent stops eating everything. Housing strategy is financial strategy. 8. Medical documentation as Power ODSP runs on paperwork. Your medical documentation is your strongest asset. The hack is treating medical records like legal records. Keep copies, track diagnoses, update forms proactively. Don't wait for reassessments to scramble. Doctors are busy. Help them help you. Bring structured notes. Explain how your condition affects daily functioning, not just symptoms. ODSP decisions rely heavily on written evidence. Clear medical narratives protect eligibility and reduce review stress. Think of documentation as armor. It's not about exaggeration, it's about clarity. When your file tells a consistent story, the system moves smoother. 9. Mental survival, protecting your identity. One of the hidden ODSP challenges is psychological. Poverty can shrink identity if you're not careful. The hack is separating worth from income. You are not your check. You are a person navigating a system. Structure protects mental health. Routine, goals, skill development, physical movement, these aren't luxuries. They're survival tools. People who thrive on ODSP build identity outside the system. Learning, creating, contributing in small ways builds dignity. Financial stability matters, but mental stability determines whether you can use it. Hope isn't naive, it's strategic. 10. Using ODSP as a platform, not a cage. The final secret is perspective. ODSP is a safety net, not a destiny. The hack is long-term thinking. Use the stability to build skills, relationships, and optional income streams. Even slow growth compounds over years. Many people stay stuck because they treat ODSP like a trap instead of a base. A base gives you room to experiment safely. Progress doesn't require miracles. It requires direction. Small moves accumulate, saving $20, learning a skill, starting a project. Freedom isn't always leaving ODSP completely. Sometimes freedom is living with less fear inside it. The system isn't perfect, but within it, strategy beats despair every time.